Before we introduce the panelists, I want to share a couple of stories with you. I had an opportunity to interview the former CEO of Goldman Sachs. And during the interview, I asked him, Hank, what made you successful? What made your company successful? And he immediately raised his finger and he said, the leadership, management and the leadership team is the people that made him successful. Recently, I read a book called Who, written by Geoff Smart and Randy Street. And on the book, they conducted a survey among 400 CEOs and asked them one key question: what makes a business successful? Can you guess what makes a business successful? People, especially the leadership, management talent and leadership. 52% of those CEOs from Fortune 1000 companies, they mentioned that what made their company successful is their management and leadership talent. And I'm not going to go into the debate with Ken Marlins about Microsoft acquisition of LinkedIn, whether it was a good idea or bad idea. We are going to have a productive conflict, and which I like. But if you look into what happened on Microsoft, when a company stalls, one of the decisions the company makes that you have to change the leadership. Microsoft initially, when Bill Gates formed the organization, it was a software company. And when Steve Ballmer came in, he repositioned the company and made the company a software, service, and hardware company. Now, Satya came in and he repositioned the company as a productivity organization that's going to compete in the mobile-first and cloud-first world. So he has a long-term view. Based on his long-term view, LinkedIn was part of the long-term view. Whether it was a bad decision or good decision is a debatable issue, and we can talk about this. And I want to introduce that question at the end of the event. But what's key over here is that if your company is stalling, you have to go back and look into the leadership team, that how we can change the leadership team. Jim Collins once said that the most important decision business people make are not what decision, but who decision. The most important decision business people make are not what decision or who decision. And that's one of the key reasons why we are talking about leadership today. So today our panelist is going to talk about what is leadership, what makes a great leader. Ken mentioned some of the principles. How we can develop great leaders, how we can make sure that we can apply those principles, how do we do succession planning. And I want our panelists to share their personal stories with us. And if time permits, we also want to talk about what is the role of a CEO within the organization. Did the role changed over the years because of the globalization, because of the changes that are happening in technology that's forcing the company to change their business model? And I would like to also walk out with some clear call for actions that all this discussion we are having, now what? What are we going to do with this information? I want to introduce our panelists. Our first panelist is Irene Britt. Irene is board of director of Taylor Brands. You know about the Men's Warehouse. Joseph A. Bank is part of the Taylor brand. I was actually thinking of buying a suit from there and wear it just to show you respect. She's also board of director of Dunkin Brands, and she was former president of Pepper Ridge Farm, and I'm sure you know about Campbell Soup. So we are really proud of the fact that she's here, and we are also proud of the fact that she participated on Sarder TV interview. And I know that she has a strong academic background, and one thing I always say that she's decisive, she has great communication skills, she's willing to share her ideas with others, and on top of that, she is nice. She's really, really nice, and I'll tell you, she's also a great connector, and I will say in publicly, I love you. So thank you. Laura Carey, she's the CEO of We Connect the Dots. She's passionate about education. She's passionate about learning. Once you listen to her, you're going to find out she's also a great communicator. She's an entrepreneur in heart. She worked on various roles at Microsoft, and I want you to address that issue, whether it was a good idea or bad idea to acquire LinkedIn. And how does it fit into the Microsoft product portfolio? Did they pay too much for that? Is this short term was a bad idea? Long term is a good idea? I want to get your insight about that. She has a strong academic background. She got an EMBA from Harvard Business School, and she also, if you want to get to know her more in detail, you could go to Sarder TV and watch her full interview. Andrew Young, where is Andrew? Hi, Andrew. Andrew is the CEO of Venture for America. I want to find out a little bit more about Venture for America. It's a great organization he has built. He was also the former founder and CEO of Manhattan GMAT, which got acquired eventually by Kaplan, Washington Post company. He's also author of a great book called Smart People Should Build Things. I picked up the book the week it came out at Barnes & Noble. Once I read the book, I loved the book so much, and I wanted to meet him. And ironically, in a family gathering in Central Park, I got to meet him through a friend, one of my friend wife. So thank you again for coming in over here. Andrew also participated on Sarder TV interview. If you want to get to know him more and understand, learn his ideas, you'll be able to go and watch those videos. Now I want to introduce Vaishali Jain. We are so proud of the fact that she's one of our journalists. Our journalist is the key reason why Sarder TV became successful so far. She was also interviewing a lot of the CEOs, famous CEOs for her show got an award on Bloomberg TV in the past. And she has a strong academic background. She has a master's degree from Columbia University in educational psychology or organizational psychology. So when we talk about these ideas and issues, she actually understands those issues. So we are really proud that you're part of the team. Thank you very much.